We got a great video coming up today. This is Heart to Heart YouTube channel. Everybody know Master Fitness and I'm over on Master Fitness, but me and VJ got this new channel right here, which is about inspiration, motivation, relationships, and all hot topics. And the hot topic of the day is colorism. It's so big. Some people been misguided on it, misled. I can't wait till VJ get back so we can sit down and go back and forth on it. But the video is coming up with me in it, going through all of my experiences of it. Like and subscribe afterwards and come on back so you can check out Colorism 2 and 3. This is a good one. What I want to talk about today is colorism. You cannot bleach yourself to success. I know some minorities, even in the black community, some people believe that if you bleach your skin, if you're a lighter tone, somehow that propels you to success. That is completely false. That do not move the needle, I don't believe, on anything based on my experience. Because if you bleach yourself, even if you're coming from another country here, and in my experience of traveling the world, whether I travel, the way I do now, or whether I was on the ground in some of these countries when I was in the military. So I'm familiar with the thing of some of these countries about skin tone and colorism as well. And also familiar with some of the groups that's here in America, minorities, on how they don't want their kids to marry outside of their race, especially marry somebody black, male or female. They don't want that. They can marry somebody else just as long as they don't marry nobody black. Which is the dumbest thing. But the only problem with that, once their kids become, embedded into the American system here, it's very multicultural, all of that changes because the kids wind up finding out none of the stuff their parents was telling them is true anyway. So that's another waste of time, and it's mostly the older people in those groups, that come here with that mindset, telling their kids, you just don't want to do nobody black, whatever. That don't even work for them either, and getting back to even the black community, trying to, talking about, how skin tone can help you. It's not going to help you. And the reason I'm talking about this today, because I was listening to colorism. A couple of black guys was on a video talking about colorism. I've been wanting to talk about this for the longest, and that what really jumped out at me to help me really get into making this video. And they done a good job. The guys was talking about colorism. They were three black guys, talking about colorism. And the thing that really jumped out at me when they were just explaining everything that was going on in the line, one of them happened to say that, they didn't understand skin tone. In fact, they didn't, one black guy said, I don't even understand what it's like to be a dark-skinned black person. Well, that jumped out at me because I can answer that. Because let me tell you about that real quick. Skin tone, dark or light or whatever you are in the African American is not going to propel you over another black person just based on that. People gonna dislike you because of the African American, or what it was, so to speak. But heck, you got people dislike people based on religion around the world, and that is more. Now I'm talking about really hardcore hatred. So less long talking about a skin tone. So, but my point is that skin tone is not going to move you here in America. I don't know whether it really moves you around the world or not to a certain respectable or whatever you think a class or position. But let me just go over something here real quick here. And I'm gonna go over something here. Robert Smith, the richest black person in America, net worth $9.2 billion. He is not light skinned. He is not mixed race. He's not. Money in tech and finance, which is really, I'm sure that was really difficult. David Stewart, probably never heard of him. He's about my complexion. He's worth $7.6 billion. Okay? Okay, let's go into the entertainment a little bit. Let's go to Michael Jordan. Everybody know MJ, the GOAT. He's worth $3.2 billion. I have not seen him bleach his skin either. He's dark complexion. Oh, well, he's Michael Jordan. Well, how did he get to be Michael Jordan? How did he get to be MJ? How did he get to be the GOAT? Because he worked hard to get there. Hard in the gym, work. Which leads me right into what I'm really trying to say here. You get to where you need to get to based on the work you put in. Bleaching your skin is not going to make you smarter. You think because you bleach your skin, all of a sudden you're going to become smart? You don't really believe that, do you? Come on, you can't be. You can't be that. You get there where you need to get to in life based on your personality, your education, the way you know how to communicate with people, the way you treat people, and your determination to succeed in life. That's how you get along with people across the board. But if you think that somehow you bleach your skin, that's going to propel you, you are sadly mistaken. There's no indication. I have not seen that. And don't start telling me about, oh, what's so-and-so? She like to play. She make 10 million. I just said the richest black person in America is worth $9.2 billion. If whoever you thinking about, if they bleach their skin, they'll change their whole life. And if they're not there, what are you talking about? Anybody can make a couple of millions. But when you become that rich and you haven't bleached your skin, that should tell you something, that you are going down the wrong rabbit hole. You got people, once again, come here, and they think that, again, come here with the mindset of bleaching skin and all of that stuff. And some countries really believe in that. They really believe in that. To come to America, I got to bleach my skin. Somehow that's going to propel me. Don't waste your time. Get your education. Learn how to communicate with people. Learn how to be a better person. That's what's going to propel you. You can be lily white. You can be white as a paper towel if you want to. If you awful, you're awful. And you're going nowhere. But if you want to be able to get along with people, and if you want to succeed, get your education. That's what's going to move you in life. Not some false narrative about bleaching myself. I have never seen it work. I have been very successful in my life. I lived a wonderful life, and I've been around a while. I retired, from several different jobs, from the government, the military. I was an entrepreneur, a real estate investor, bought properties, fixed them up, sold them. All kind of things, now I'm a content creator. I'm even being successful in that in this day and time. It has nothing to do with skin tone. What it has to do with is work, the work you put in. Not about it. I never thought about dyeing my skin or making my skin, and I never had a problem getting women. I never had a problem with being successful. I never had a problem getting loans. I never had a problem getting capital or none of that stuff. None of it. You know why? Because it's more than one way. If you go over here and you apply for a loan and you thinking that because my skin tone, you're not going to get the loan, you are in a huge place. You got states everywhere. You got different banks and companies and things everywhere. You cannot lose your time and all your energy based on this system. They're not going to let me. Well, you done lost already. You fell right into the mindset of I'm going to sit right here because I can't get it because they. Who's they? Kick the door down and keep moving. That's what it's all about. If you want it, you got to go get it. Bleaching your skin is not going to get you anywhere. Welcome to America. And that's for anybody, whether you here, black, or whoever you are wasting your time. That time and energy needs to put in on getting that education, getting that degree, getting your communication skills down, improving the way you communicate with people, how you treat people, relationships. That's what's going to move you. Not some bleach. Buying all the bleach off the shelf is not going to move you. Let me tell you something real quick before I close out today here, about what happened to me one time when I first came in the military. I was at, I went through basic training in Fort Knox, Kentucky. My first duty station was Fort Carson, Colorado. I went out there, I was young, single, and I thought I was the little cool guy, the high, the fade, the wave back, hair wave back, you could tell me, I wasn't, and I went into this big Fort Knox NCO club. And I recall now, because I'm not really into this colorism. It don't matter to me about no colorism when it comes to skin tone or whatever. I'm talking about. I'm not moved by, oh, you light skin. That don't move me. But anyway, at this table, as I recall, was 4 women at this table, and all of them was light complexion. I think one of them was mixed race, and I didn't care. I don't care nothing about that. So I went over to the table and I started talking to one of the ladies at the table. I think she was a mixed race one, and I started talking to her, and she said, you seem to be a really nice guy, but I don't talk to dark-skinned men. I said, oh, okay, well, thank you then. Then I started talking to a friend and took her beautiful friend. You can't stop me. I don't care nothing about that, about whatever. That's my point. All this stuff about this foolishness, because somebody talk crazy or whatever, that don't stop you. The system don't stop you, because somebody talk dumb don't stop you. Nothing should stop you from achieving your goals. If you buy into it, well, then you lost. You will succeed based on the amount of work you put in. Your skin tone, whether you light, dark, white, green, whatever color you may be, has nothing to do with you succeeding. Your success will be determined on the amount of work you put in. If you want to be respected, well, clean up your attitude. Learn how to communicate with people. Learn to be a better person if you want respect. Lightening your skin, or thinking that, if you already, maybe think that because of, your skin tone, you are wasting your time. That is not going to help you. If you want success, put in the work. That will get you to where you need to be at in life. Like and subscribe, and come on back to Colorism 2. We've got more.